These fog door fake-outs. Where it's just a fog door that just exists? I do sometimes wonder what they meant by having the fog doors around. One of my theories is the idea that they think the area might be convoluted and confusing enough that having a fog door as a clear form of forward progress, oopsie, helps indicate to the players that they've in fact managed to make it in the direction they're supposed to make it into. Which is a little iffy because there's a couple times, I think in Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2, where you can, oops, ow! There's a couple of times where I believe you can end up behind a fog door, which is a weird moment. Rapier user. Very aggressive, very fast. And will, if you try to heal, he'll try to interrupt you mid-heal. Making healing kind of a bad idea. You don't like that, do you? Oops, wow. What the fuck? What was that in, like, next level deflection you were doing there? Ow. Why is his shield so effective, by the way? Hey, shield. Ow. There we go. Oh, weird lock-on moment. Ow. It's always a blind sight for me in all these games, is adapting to fighting a fast enemy when you yourself are giving yourself a slow moveset. I always run into just real dumb moments where I can't figure out how to cope. There we go. Hey there. Oh, you again. My favorite. It's both at once, isn't it? Yep. Shit. The other guy's basically a fake out by comparison. Yes, you're so much easier. You've got a straight sword. A little easy to mix up the skinniness of the two, but no, it's not the same weapon. Yes. Hey. Hey. Oh, yeah. That'll save you. Oh, shit. That's why he's doing it. I see. He's going for the heal. I've got to be careful. I'm all out of heals. I'm almost at the bonfire, though. Very, very nearly there. Try jumping. Ha 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 ha. Even funnier the 10th time. It's okay, they've only been making that joke for, 9 years now. You got me. Hey there. There we go. Might actually get some weapon upgrades coming soon, because I could use them. For the first time around, I struggled so much, I think. If I remember correctly, I could not defeat the bell gargoyles, and they were obliterating me and so impossibly hard and then all in one go, like I learned how to summon Solaire, and I learned about the Claymore and stuff like that, and I got all those things together, and then finally, as one big thing, I finally defeated the Bell Gargoyles, and that stuff's not invalid. Like, that is, like, now, like, from my perspective now, it feels like cheesing and removing so many elements of the challenge and so on and so forth, but back then it was making an impossible thing possible. And it's just a fun part of the experience. I remember those struggles where I used all these different game mechanics to my advantage and forced the game to finally concede after so many attempts. I remember that stuff better than I do all the times where I just beat the boss.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Lodran. If you require smithing, then speak to me. Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you. So pay them a little respect, eh? There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services. You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well. You can forging armor weapons, so...
It really is a trip seeing somebody with lips like an animated mouth in any of these games. Supposedly he was meant to be a more important character at some point, and they just kind of didn't fully go that way. But that's why they put the work into animating his mouth, and then kind of didn't follow through entirely. Or didn't really do that anymore in general. 20,000 for the Crest of Artorias. Right, you can still reinforce your armor in this game. That went away. that went away hard. Yeah, I'll go for a Claymore upgrade. There we go. Yeah, we don't have the ability to ascend yet at all.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
I've already died like 3 times, I think. It was twice against the big knight and one by rolling off that cliff, right? Death count's happening even for me. Let's take a little break. And we're back. Are you here already? Probably is. Yeah. Hey, best friend.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Still closed. Still closed. Still.
God damn, it's ringing like crazy. Oh man, is this what it's like to play this game when it's actively being played? Is that what this is? I think that's what's going on, is that the game is currently actively being played by the audience, so like... I look like a mess. Wait, is my nose scaled? It is. It's a weird sight. I think that when you... much like... because there's all sorts of things that happen cross-game. Like you have, was it like people kindling at your bonfire can give you an Estus flask, and like a bunch of other things can happen. There's the weird thing where someone casts a miracle and a hoop shows up in other people's worlds, which helps the power of their miracles, or something like that. I think that when somebody rings the bell of awakening in their game, other people that are playing at that moment hear it. I think me hearing that bell is other people beating the gargoyles and ringing the bell. Oh god. I was talking about not getting my wires crossed. Holy crap, it's ringing a lot. I'm sitting here talking about not getting my wires crossed and everything, but I got too used to the surge and how if you just like hold B for a split second and hit attack, you just launch into a running attack with no real momentum or anything. You just can go straight into it. And that's super not the case here. I'm like, BRB. Oh, that's a standing attack. BRB. Nope. Still a standing attack. You can even start running a little bit. There we go. It eventually starts, but it's like a full second later. Gotta get used to these. Hey, big guy. You wanna play? You wanna party? Also, there's a shortcut back to the better bonfire. Hi. Oh god. You seem friendly. How do you do? It's a nice time for you to whip out your melee attacks. Oh. I don't care how armored you are. I've got fire. Wow, that was fast. That was weird how fast that was. I don't think I've ever played Dark Souls 1 with any magic. Partly because of... it's like more of an addition in this game, especially this early in the game. It's definitely like a... it's like there's your normal build, and then the couple of magic attacks you can do. But in Dark Souls 2 and 3, you could just beat the game with magic. And that's just how you fight. Especially 2. 2, like right out the gate as a sorcerer, you can do a shocking number of attacks in a row, and you can quickly scale up to the point where it's practically all you need to do. And I did something that... I did that in 3 also, but I did that in New Game Plus, so I didn't test it in New Game. But yeah, playing spellcasting builds is interesting. Ow, I forgot about you! Ow! Ooh, oh shit, there's one over there too? Okay. He's being very rude right now. You know what, I can just go here. It's fine. No enemies are gonna respawn because the big guy doesn't come back. So we're good to go there. Did I already get it? Was that a firekeeper soul already? Did I imagine that, or was that real? Yeah. Oh, I can already make my Estus more powerful. Neat. 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 Whoop! I meant to go here the first time I went through town, and I just kind of forgot. Filing shrine, but different. I'm still bummed out this game does not have a Scholar of the First Sin version. Partly because I want every Dark Souls to have a Scholar. One of the reasons why I played Dark Souls 2 so many times is that if you play the game the first time through, you get one enemy layout, then you play it in New Game Plus, you get a different enemy layout, then you play Scholar of the First Sin, and you get a way different enemy layout, all the way down to the like, doors moving around, and some stone statues being shifted around, and like the ways you progress through areas changing. And then the New Game Plus of Scholar of the First Sin also changes the enemy layout of that game. So I've had 4 different campaigns of Scholar of Dark Souls 2. And that's really enjoyable. But for Dark Souls, you have to use mods if you want that kind of stuff, which is why I might at some point. I would like to try that out. Let's grab some shit. But I just wish I didn't have to mod for that. And, you know, re-releasing the game is a good excuse to add that. I'm not saying make it mandatory. Like, in Dark Souls 2, it was mandatory. If you got Scholar of the First Sin, you were stuck with that version of the campaign, and they didn't give you access to the main one. It'd be kind of cool if you just could choose between the two of them as an additional run format. Oh, hello. Okay, I might die here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die here. This is how you die. That is how you die. I may have forgotten about how much of a dead end that is. That's fine. Corpse running is a legitimate strategy, although this is a little bit of a bigger run than I would have hoped for. It's fine. I'll just run across town, and this time I'll rest at Firelink after taking the elevator, because the area that I access by hopping down is less necessary at the moment. Excuse me. Don't mind me. Yep, he's gone. How convenient then to make 2 elevators. That means that they were probably... Well, I don't know. It could be that they were anticipating high traffic at this particular chapel. And that's why they made it so high capacity. 2 elevators that can work in tandem. Or it could just be that it was really convenient to have the 2 of them counterweight each other, so they just went with that strategy regardless. Equally possible. These are so orange. Like those things are vibrant. I do not remember fire in general being so vibrant and saturated before. Like when I got killed before by that the Hellkite Drake, and it blew me away. Like I looked at the fire and I'm like, oh my god, it's just fire everywhere. But it was so colorful and orange and bright, and it's neat to look at. Also a little like ow my eyes to look at, but still. Alright, so the goal is to get to my body, which should be down there. I think I was down there long enough that the rewind your path body location should be around there. Excuse me. Excuse me. I believe I've found most of the items down here. Oh, there's one. Just a shield, though. Uh-oh. 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 Don't get trapped. If I fall, we're not getting my stuff back. And I don't want to immediately put shoe in mouth over that thing I said earlier about how I don't usually lose my stuff. We should be in the clear-ish. Excuse me. Ow. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't even know if I got anything good. I honestly don't even know what I got. The Zweihander should have been in there. For starters. But really, I just want to grab stuff if I can. I feel like I might as well. That guy's wearing Solaire armor already. Some of it, a little bit. Kind of. A bit. Got large soul of undead. Humanity. Firekeeper soul. Let's bring that over down here. I feel like I've never upgraded this quickly. There we go. We've consumed the soul of a firekeeper in order to make my Estus Flask heal me more. Kinda dark. But, you know, that's what the game is. It's kind of always like that. Oh, did I hit level up instead of leave? I think I did. I don't know how many souls that is. I'm near 0 right now. 1 level's not a big deal. Let's just leave it in my inventory for now. I'll come back for it when I get a chance. I'll use it when I'm in more of a leveling spree. Right now, I'm not really convinced that it'll put me over the edge. And the main benefit of getting the shortcut back to the main base, back to Firelink, is that now I've got 10 Estus instead of 5. Good for clearing the whole area, and good for the following boss fight. Your poor face. I don't remember scale nose being a thing. I want to clear out these guys, but Spellcaster sucks. That's not great news for me. Can I just pull one of you? Wow, wow, wow. Damage is no joke, huh? I'm not even upgraded, that's just how strong my spellcasting is, apparently. Ow. Oh no, that's the dangerous one. Ah, you blocker. Look at you blocking. I was a little too hopeful there. Whoop. Oh, double miss. I thought the follow-up at least would actually make contact. Oh, he healed. Oh, and I missed again. Good job, me. Get out, get out, get out. Get out. Ow, damn it. Ah, you... Oh my god, you're so slow, character. Oh, it feels so weird how slow you are. Like, I'm straight up getting the wrong inputs in some of these cases. Like, I hold B to run, and he rolls. I'm like, what? Run. Weird. Uh-oh. Okay, that's... Man. I'm having some trouble here. What was that status? Oh, that was me having bonus defense at low health, wasn't it? I'm having some trouble. It's really just the rapier guy. The other guy, I just come up to him and I knock his shield away when he's in the middle of blocking, and we're fine. I do wonder if I can lock onto the spellcaster from down here and just throw the fire at him. I don't think I can. I can lock onto him technically. I don't know if I can be able to attack him. Ow! What? Come on. Come on. Frustrating. They let me have the lock on for like a second, and then they took it away. Hey, buddy. Nope. I was going for a kick. Then it occurs to me you may not be able to kick with a pyromancy flame. Yep, once you're comboing, he can't really escape. Disasters are gone after the defeat of a gravelord servant. He just keeps saying that. I shouldn't have a gravelord servant. You're gonna riposte me? I'll show you a riposte. It keeps telling me the gravelord servanting is gone now. I thought gravelording was supposed to be New Game Plus only, though. Did they change that in this version? Because they might have. Ah, crap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The gravelord's one of those mechanics I've basically just never seen before. I don't think I ever encountered it in any of my playthroughs, and I only barely got a hint at its basic existence, kind of, when it actually cropped up for a second when... Ah! Lock on, damn it. It cropped up for a second when Andrew was playing, and I was like, what the fuck is that? They got that message and it was just confusing. But yeah, I'll consider this game as a remaster. The real reason they're doing this and calling it that is just to, you know, make it sell copies and act like it's a big deal. Ultimately, this product release is just a port. Its primary purpose is that they wanted to take the game that was on Xbox 360 and PS3 and put it on the Xbox One, the PS4, and the Switch, along with which is also where you can find Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, Dark Souls 3, and in PS4's case, Bloodborne. Like, they're just doing that thing where they just patch it all over and they call it something special and stuff. That's becoming a thing more and more, as franchise will take its entire history and put it all on one platform. It's essentially... Why is that metal so blue? Oh, that's... Oh, the lighting engine's doing something weird there. It's not a big deal, it's just kind of a minor... We decided to port it everywhere, and while we're at it, we'll put out a better version of the PC port and charge money for it. But people's imaginations went wild, and I don't blame them, because when you call something a remaster, you kind of hope for something more. Like Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza Kiwami 2, which are like actually different from the original versions of those games in significant ways. Which, speaking of which, they're making Yakuza 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, and 5 for the PS4. But in those cases, they're just saying, hey, we're porting them over. They're not calling them Kiwami or remasters because they aren't anything special. Kiwami and Kiwami 2 were remakes from ground up of the first two games, like stories and worlds and stuff, but in the new engine and new mechanics and stuff. But they're just porting over 3, 4, and 5 because those were all PS3 games. But that's an example of a franchise putting the entirety of its series all on one console, which is an interesting idea. Just having access to them all. Like when they made the Master Chief Collection for Halo, and then suddenly, oh, this one box is my Halo box. It just has every Halo, period. So there's a validity to dealing with the idea that Dark Souls 1 is the only member of the trilogy that's left behind in the previous generation. But there's definitely like a... You're not wrong to be bothered by the idea that they're charging you $20 to basically patch a version of a game that was always bad and should have been better on PC. Like, depending on who you are, you might have had some goodwill for FromSoftware at the time, because they'd never made a PC port before, I think, and they were at least trying, because they went from saying Dark Souls 1 will not be on PC to, we'll try. We weren't expecting this much demand, but we don't know what we're doing. And so there might have been some free, if you might have been willing to give them some, goodwill for that and be like, oh, it's okay, even though you really fucked it up, we'll use DS Fix. It's just that once you're charging for the fix, things get kind of more questionable. God damn it, that didn't work out. I tried. It's just I know what happens next. Oh, I didn't reach him. Ow. You can't get me. Oh, he's blocking the horde. That's interesting. Huh. He's like not coming this way either. Huh. There we go. Oh, he's alive? Oh, that was a random Hollow's health bar. I thought that was his. That was like 90% empty. Oh, he's channeling. Wow, he lives a lot. You're so tall. Stop being tall. You're making me jealous. Running attacks are very useful. Yeah. Ragdoll for me. Woohoo! It's like a corpsey ball pit. It's horrible. I'm horrible. This is monstrous. Not another rapier, man. Y'all are making me want to use a rapier. Because then you won't even be fucking stand a chance. I'm trying to challenge myself here by not using stabby swords. Because they're just so easy. I feel so safe and comfortable with them all the time. Ow! Hey there. Oh yeah? How's that working out for you, huh? Yeah? Yeah? What? How'd you roll? I was holding down that whole time. How'd you roll forward? Huh. Oh, hi. You get lost? There you go. Now you're with everybody else. I don't know why I'm wobbling so much. I just kind of fell into the pattern. We are very large. Like, a lot of these chairs actually come across as being undersized compared to us, I think. Maybe I'm just imagining a little bit. Like, look how small that table seems compared to big ol' protagonist man. Sorrow ahead. Yeah, I know what he does, but I'll go for it this time. I did straight up kill him last time. Last playthrough I kicked him off a ledge, and I was like, you don't get to do it.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse. Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time.
Right. When I went to press the button, it defaulted to opening the gate instead of talking to him more. I meant to go down the dialogue tree a little bit more. Not really a tree, but go down the dialogue a little bit more if there was more, but it defaulted to the door and I didn't catch it. Destroy. Frame rate's been really solid so far. Aside from a couple tiny moments where it just straight up hitched for like a split second. I don't know if you noticed those. There's been like a couple of times. I was like, oh, you okay? You okay? And Lord knows the PC version was a mess, so this is a huge spike. Although many are claiming that DS fix is better. Still. Didn't think so. I'm trying to remember illusory walls in this game. It's actually really hard to remember any of them besides the really, really obvious one. Or not necessarily obvious one, but the really important one that hides a whole zone.